It was supposed to be a routine call, a noise complaint, a possible roommate dispute, something deputies handle thousands of times every year. But on the morning of December 31st, 2017, at an apartment complex in Colorado, something was very wrong. Because the man who called 911 wasn't asking for help. He was setting a trap. Within minutes, gunfire would explode through the walls of the apartment building. Hundreds of bullets would be fired. 5 officers would be shot. 1 deputy would never make it home. And the man behind it all was a former attorney, an Army veteran named Matthew Edward Riehl. We're breaking down the full story behind the Copper Canyon apartment home shooting. The warning signs, the terrifying ambush, and the 2-hour standoff that ended in tragedy. Because this case raises a chilling question. Did the system miss the signs? Or was this tragedy impossible to stop? At first glance, Matthew Riehl did not look like someone who would one day carry out a deadly ambush. He was intelligent, highly educated, and by many accounts, once had a promising future. Riehl graduated magna cum laude from the University of Colorado, Denver in 2004. He later attended law school at the University of Wyoming College of Law, where he earned his law degree. But Riehl wasn't just a lawyer. He was also a soldier. During the Iraq War, he served as a combat medic in the United States Army Reserve. Later, he would deploy overseas again with the Colorado National Guard. On paper, his life looked stable. But behind the scenes, things were beginning to fall apart. After returning from military service around 2012, people close to Riehl noticed dramatic changes. He began experiencing severe mental health problems. Friends and family said he became paranoid, erratic, and increasingly disconnected from reality. At one point, Riehl was hospitalized in a VA psychiatric ward after suffering a major mental health episode. According to records, he even escaped from the facility before later being returned. Police would later perform multiple welfare checks on him over the years. Many believed he was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, possibly combined with other untreated mental illnesses. But despite the concerns, Riehl continued living independently. He also owned firearms, lots of them. Weeks before the shooting, something happened that would later appear chilling in hindsight. Riehl received a speeding ticket from Lone Tree Police. Instead of paying the ticket, he spiraled. Riehl began posting bizarre videos online. In those videos, he ranted about police officers. He compared one officer to Nazi stormtroopers, and he demanded the ticket be dismissed. Authorities say he sent at least 18 emails to police and prosecutors arguing about the citation. The messages became increasingly erratic. Investigators looked into the situation, but technically, Riehl had not made any direct criminal threats. Still, officers were concerned enough to place a hazard hit alert on his address, meaning officers responding to the location were advised to use caution. No one knew just how important that warning would become. The morning of December 31st, 2017, just before 3 a.m., police dispatch received a 911 call from the Copper Canyon apartment homes in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. The caller was Matthew Riehl. He claimed his roommate was having a PTSD episode. 3 deputies from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office responded. When they arrived, the situation seemed confusing but not dangerous. Riehl appeared agitated, but officers didn't observe a crime. After roughly 45 minutes of talking with him, the deputies left. At that point, the situation appeared resolved, but Riehl wasn't done, not even close. About 2 hours later, another 911 call came in, again from Matthew Riehl. This time he claimed his roommate had assaulted him. He wanted a restraining order. Deputies were dispatched again. When officers arrived at the apartment, things were immediately different. Riehl had barricaded himself inside a bedroom. Furniture blocked the hallway. Deputies attempted to talk to him through the door, but suddenly, gunfire erupted. Investigators later described what happened next as an ambush. From inside the bedroom, Riehl opened fire through the door. Bullets tore through the hallway. Within seconds, multiple officers were hit. Deputies scrambled for cover as gunfire continued, but one officer never made it out. Deputy Zackari Parrish had been struck. Parrish was only 29 years old. He had recently joined the sheriff's office after previously serving with Castle Rock Police. He had a wife and 2 young children waiting at home. According to investigators, Parrish collapsed inside the apartment. Riehl then reportedly approached him and fired additional shots. Outside the apartment, the situation was escalating rapidly. Because Riehl didn't stop shooting, he kept firing. Into the hallway, into the apartment walls, and into neighboring units. 2 civilians inside nearby apartments were struck by gunfire. Officers retreated and called for SWAT. By now, the apartment complex had turned into an active war zone. Investigators later determined Riehl fired nearly 400 rounds. Bullets punched through drywall. Windows shattered. Entire apartments were riddled with holes. Inside his unit alone, police would later find 180 bullet holes. Outside, neighbors were hiding in terror. Meanwhile, Riehl began live streaming the standoff on Periscope. In the video, he claimed he didn't want to hurt anyone unless defending himself. But by that point, the damage had already been done. After nearly 2 hours, SWAT made their move. They breached the apartment. At one point, officers broke through a wall near where Riehl was hiding. Gunfire erupted again. Riehl fired toward the entry team. Officers returned fire. Moments later, Matthew Riehl was dead. Inside the apartment, investigators would later find 15 firearms, rifles, a shotgun, a handgun, and a massive amount of ammunition. The attack left a devastating toll. 5 officers had been shot. 2 civilians were injured, and Deputy Zackari Parrish had been killed in the line of duty. His funeral drew hundreds of law enforcement officers from across the country. Meanwhile, the investigators tried to answer the question everyone was asking: why? But the truth was complicated. Riehl appeared to be suffering from severe mental illness. He had shown warning signs. Yet legally, there had been little authorities could do. The Copper Canyon shooting remains one of the deadliest attacks on law enforcement in Colorado history. A routine call, a troubled man, and a moment that spiraled into unimaginable violence. Sometimes the most dangerous situations are the ones that seem ordinary. And for the deputies who responded that morning, it was a call they thought would last minutes. Instead, it changed lives forever.